Hey guys, this is Greg from the Bars Open with Beth and Greg podcast. We're gonna do a pork butt today. Gotta have your fancy little gloves on. But we're gonna go through doing the seasoning and all the way through smoking a pork butt. So we've got our friends at My Family Seasonings. They have all sorts of cool stuff. So they've got like prime rib seasoning, they've got pork seasoning, they've got seafood seasoning. Today we're gonna actually use hamburger seasoning on this prime rib, or on this pork butt rather. So we're gonna see how it goes. We're only gonna use a few ingredients today. So we're gonna use some brown sugar. We've always got some extra here. Black pepper, salt, some red chili flake, and again, like I said, the hamburger seasoning. This was recommended by one of the people that work at My Family Seasonings, and it's Brian Crowther, his wife, and so we definitely do have a close connection to them. He's one of my best friends. His wife actually is the daughter of the owner of the company, so absolutely great stuff. I've heard like amazing things about like the meatloaf. We're not a big meatloaf family, but we're definitely gonna start trying that. So we got the pork butt at Schotts Meat Market down in Helotes, Texas. So this is a 12-pound pork butt. It's gigantic. So we'll bleep out all the swear words that I do, but you know, this is kind of how it goes. So we're gonna mix stuff together now. All right, gotta have your fancy gloves on. We're gonna throw this in here. So I got about a half a cup of brown sugar. Let's see if I can get this open real quick without like making a giant mess all over the house. All right, so looks pretty good. Smells really good. Man, that smells really good. Yeah, that smells great. So just mixing it in with some brown sugar. Brown sugar always just helps to caramelize and do everything on your pork butt or anything really. It's like I've done ribs, I've done all sorts of stuff.
More brown sugar.
More brown sugar. So I've got an off-camera assistant here who is actually Beth advising on here. So I'm going to throw a little bit of red chili flake in there. Beth was actually like, you throw chili flake in there? And I'm like, yeah, I absolutely do. Why? Because I like a little bit of kick in it, right? Salt. We definitely need salt. And there is going to be salt in the seasoning. Beth advised more brown sugar. Is that enough? Would you say that's enough, Castro?
Yeah, now mix it all together.
All right, we'll mix it all together. Need a little bit of pepper in my life. Little bit of pepper in my life. All right, so 12-pound pork butt. Like I said, we got it at Schotts Meat Market here. If you've ever watched the podcast, which is kind of cool, they've got great hats. They've got the Richardson 112s. That's all you need to know. They're like the best hats ever. So we're gonna do this tomorrow morning. Actually, I'm gonna start it around 10 o'clock in a pit barrel smoker. So it's a little bit different than like your standard like kind of horizontal smoker. So this one is a directional. So I like to get the fire going. I'll have more video. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the seasoning and you're just gonna basically just rub that butt, right? Just add. So this is, basically I'm doing this the night before, honestly, so that it can just sit in the fridge all night and just, I don't know why. I don't know the rules to smoking anything. Like cigar maybe, but
Stupid.
yeah, it is absolutely, Beth just said it was stupid. Yeah, absolutely.
You're stupid.
Yeah, I'm dumb as shit, but it doesn't matter. But you know what's gonna come out great is this. There's different people that talk about like this fat cap on there and some people cut it off, some people like dice it, some people there's all sorts of things like, right? So, you know what? Do whatever. Like, honestly, the kind of one of the things about it is like some people will start smoking it from the meat up and some people will start smoking it from the fat cap down, so that the fat actually bleeds through the meat. It just depends. You know what I mean? Like whatever you want to do, try it. Go give it a shot, right? That's it. There's actually a bone in this thing. So there's a big ass bone in here. This thing is gonna be ready to go tomorrow morning. Got a whole bunch of seasoning all over everything. So that's it for tonight. Tomorrow morning, I will get the smoker going. I'll show you what kind of smoker we have. Like I said, it's a pit barrel smoker. It's very simple. That's the cool thing about our smoker. It's like one of the most simple smokers you can get. Simple, throw in like 40 or 50 little charcoal, briquettes. Thing smokes for 9 hours. So we'll smoke this probably like 7 or 8 hours tomorrow. Maybe a little bit longer. We'll wrap it, set it in a cooler for a few hours or a couple hours maybe, and just let it rest. Mm-hmm. And that's gonna be it. And then this bitch is gonna make a whole bunch of sandwiches. And then we're gonna have like friends, family, bunch of people over just to enjoy it. So guys, we'll catch you tomorrow. Cheers. Have a great night. Few more hours.
Get in my belly!
Time to wrap it up. Wrap it up. Get the temperature back down on that. Wrap it up. All right, here we go, guys. Pulling it off. Hit 195 internal temperature. And it's time. We're gonna put it in the cooler and wrap it in a towel. This thing, oh my God. Oh, this thing. I'm telling you, my family seasonings. There we go. Wrap that thing up. It's gonna sit for what, an hour? Mm-hmm. Take an hour, and that's it. We'll see what happens next, guys. Yeah. Cheers. It's time to do this. All right, here we go. Dun dun dun. Bomber, you stay out of there. This is not for you. So we use a towel. This thing is warm still. Oh boy, this.
It
You
leaked.
ready? It leaked?
A little bit.
Oh, that's so great. Look at all that. That's definitely going somewhere else.
Not on the floor where the dogs
Alright.
can get it.
Here we go. You on this? You got this on film?
Yeah.
Is this on film? Are we filming? Here we go, guys. This is after what? 8 hours of smoking. I know a lot of people probably do it longer, but you know what? I got up late. Whatever. Don't judge. Okay. So sweet. It's already falling apart. Look at that. This is gonna be badass. I am pumped.
There's a huge chunk of meat. There you go. Just fell out.
This is gonna be rad. All right. Man. This is where the fat cap is here. I just blend all that in.
Yes, that's the goodness.
Whoa, that's hot. All right, we're gonna get our little,
Pampered chef.
the hell are these things called? Shredders.
Wow.
Man, this thing, so I'll shred this down. I'm gonna shred it down pretty good too. Down to like just bite size, because we will actually put this on
Sandwiches?
they're like
Hamburger buns.
There's the bone. It's probably so hot, but we got it to an internal temperature of 195. Let it rest for a solid hour at least. So we're gonna go through and shred all of this, and then, but keep in mind, we use the Hamburger Seasoning and some salt, pepper, a little bit of chili flake, and then
brown sugar.
Also brown sugar. Thank you, honey. Mm-hmm. See, I've got an assistant off camera. Because this is the bar is open with Beth and Greg, not just Greg's party time. But we'll be back here in a little bit once it's shredded up, and I'll share with you guys the final results. Oh, here we go. Dude, the magic of movie making. This thing shredded itself, like you wouldn't believe. There's so much. It's hot. This stuff, it's gonna be so good. I don't know what to say. I haven't tasted it. Well, we did a little tiny taste set. It smells amazing. So Next stop is plating this stuff up, getting it on some burger buns, a little bit of barbecue sauce, if that's your thing. Beth's potato casserole is right behind me as well. Make sure that.
It's in there.
You got that? All right, cool. So yeah, that's it.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit. You'll see it here in a minute, the finished product. It's so good. I'm so pumped. But we had, oh, it's so juicy. Here we go. So we got Beth's world famous, the bar is open, world famous potato casserole. Now we're just gonna throw a little bit of this on. So this is Beth's dad's serving. So we're gonna go a little lighter, but you can absolutely do as much as you want on there, right? So we've got Beth's dad talking in the background.
Let's go.
It's totally good. But there you go. Throw a little bit of sauce on that, and that's it. We'll see what happens. Hopefully it tastes good. I think it will. All right, cheers, guys. All right, we're gonna wrap up the pork butt test using my family's seasonings. It was the hamburger seasoning on a pork butt, which I totally didn't expect it to be as good as it was. Dude, yeah. So I told you guys before that we have friends, so I'm not just, trying to say that they are great because they're friends. By no means. It really was that good. So we made a 12-pound pork butt, which you guys saw just a little bit ago. And then on top of that, my father-in-law loved it. Pulled pork came out great, of course, because it's pulled pork. It's easy. It's a very easy meat to do. Had a buddy come over. He had a sandwich, a pulled pork sandwich. My wife loved it. Beth loved it. From the Bars Open with Beth and Greg, of course, had it, loved it. Gave the neighbors and their kids some. They loved it all. It was great. So we've used the prime rib seasoning on a standing rib roast. It was amazing. I don't know. All their stuff that they've done so far has been fabulous, right? So, you know what? That's it. We're going to wrap up with that for the night. It's been 24 hours, a little over 24 hours since we started this video last night. Kind of cooked it, made it, showed you some steps, showed you the pit barrel cooker. You can find those on pitbarrelcooker.com. You can find these guys out on myfamilyseasoning.com. I think it's .com. Yep, myfamilyseasoning.com. So check them out. They've got a million different ones. Evidently, I'm not a big meatloaf maker. Not that I grew up on meatloaf. It's probably one of my favorite things of all time. Had a meatloaf sandwich the other day. Weird, right? But it was good. It's home cooking, right? And that's a lot of their stuff. It's home cooking, simple, easy to use. All their stuff comes with tons of instructions on the back too, like how to prepare different things, like prime rib. This is the prime rib one. Prime rib, how much of this to put on there? Because you don't want to necessarily dump this whole pack on there, right? But I used the small one, right? Mixed it with some brown sugar, a little bit of salt and pepper, a little chili flake, a little this, a little that. It was awesome. Smoked it for 8 hours. Came out perfect. Perfect. Beth made her potato casserole, which we can do that's a whole nother thing. It's like a 5-minute. It's like a 2-minute video. Super simple stuff. If you're interested in it, check us out on the Bars Open with Beth and Greg. Go out and subscribe to the YouTube, the podcast. We have a podcast we do on Wednesdays and Fridays. iTunes, Spotify, all those. You can find us there. So check us out. All right, man. Brian, Allison, you guys are kicking ass. Keep doing it. That's the thing. Cheers. Have a great one.